Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to Reality Hour. I'm Adam Samuel. Today, we are talking about the top 7 week of American Idol, going into the top 5 reveal. It's crazy to think, but only 2 more weeks of this show for the season. But yeah, joining me to break this all down is Eric. How you doing today, Eric?
2 weeks in a row, I'm a truth before Grace.
The old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo.
Grace had food in her mouth, so thank you. Adam.
Okay, good job, Adam. So I'm doing good. Work's going good. Everything's going good. The show is hopefully going to end up well where I lose this draft. So
I will say, this season is going to be decided if a certain 1 or 2 people win this season. I think this is one of the best seasons since Maddie. I know it might even for you just be of all of ABC Idol. I want to also introduce, though, Grace. How you doing today, Grace?
I'm doing okay, thank you. I am searching for jobs, so if you know anybody who's hiring, tell them to find me.
We could recommend you, Grace. Grace is she's just a very cool person. She's very, I'm sure you'll be good.
Thank you.
But yeah, what do you think? Where do you think, Grace, assuming I think we can agree a certain 1 or 2 people win, where would you rank this season of kind of the modern American Idol seasons?
Somewhere in the middle. I still
Really?
For me, Willie and Grace, last year was the best top 3 we've ever had.
Yeah, but
in ABC era.
Neither of them won.
I know,
yes.
But still,
we had the wrong winner, but I'm actually going to agree with Grace on this. I think last season's top 4 in particular, with the exception of Chase, who ended up winning, but was the best top 4 we've had in years. And this season, well, we're more likely to get the person I think deserving to win this season. We're not as good as this year's peak is not as good as last year's peak. So
I gotta disagree. I think this is the best season since Maddie. And assuming we get the right result, this would possibly even supersede. Maybe that'd be tough to kind of put them head to head. Probably I would still give the edge to Maddie's season just because I was the first one. But this will be a close second. And yeah, let's actually dive into it. So before we do Eric,
I did the screenshots again, so let's do it, shall we?
All right. So Eric is going to give us a draft update on where we're at. So
this will be fast because we're only 5 contestants left. Team Grace, Noah. That's it.
Grace is got a shot.
Eric, HunterGirl, and Nicolina. Hope neither of them win. Team Adam, who deserves to win, Fritz and Leah, and that's it.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. I think there's the most likely, if I'm going to predict kind of what's going to happen, I'm actually going to predict that the top 3, we're each still going to have a horse in the race at that point.
I hope not.
I sincerely think I had my predictions going into this week and I was right. What happened? If I'm looking into next week and I'm making another round of predictions, I think I could guess where it's going to go. Don't know if that's actually going to be, but I will say of our top 24, I think this is the right top 5. Honestly,
I will say it's damn close to the order we predicted them in. So
yeah, there's been no surprises, no shockers, which kind of means we're overdue for one. If there's gonna be a shocker, I don't even know if Leah would be a shocker. I think the big shocker would be, look, it's gonna be Fritz or Noah. I think Leah's got a real shot of going home next week, as is Nicolina, who are kind of my predicted 2 to go.
Nicolina's definitely in trouble next week.
I think Nicolina's probably a goner, but I'm hoping that, honestly, my ideal, I don't even care if I lose both my contestants. I just want Fritz and Leah in the finale. I don't care if they're with them.
I think Leah's, if not Leah, you think HunterGirl? You think Leah can pass that bracket? Just think.
I'm not convinced that Noah is going to make the finale. I'm just not.
Eric, I've said this before. Never bet against the country boy. going to be in the top 3.
I think HunterGirl is more likely to represent country music on this season.
What?
I think HunterGirl is more likely to be representative of country music for season.
Why? Well, if you look at season 10, you could just ask why not both.
Oh, fuck.
Also, with Carrie Underwood mentoring next week, are we thinking that theme might be somewhere in the country genre? Because that could be a big boost for both of them.
No, I don't think so. Do we know any things that's going to be going on next week in terms of themes?
They have original
songs. One of them is their original singles.
Okay. That will mean that Fritz will be doing 3 originals in a row. It's a lot, hypothetically.
Okay. Good for him.
We'll get to this. I was going to save this for me unpacked, but at this point, he was just promoting his #1 EP.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, really.
He's doing so good. But let's actually talk a bit here. I mean, before we kind of get into the actual, performance and stuff, let's do our idol eulogy of the 2 people we lost. We lost Jay and Christian. I think this was not only what I thought was going to happen, I think it was the right result. And I want to throw it to you too. What do you guys think?
I think Noah should have gone over. I mean, realistically over Jay, but realistically over Christian, but ideally over Jay. I think Jay should have stayed over Noah personally. But other than that, actually, I kind of think that Christian should have stayed over HunterGirl, but that's just my bias against country music. But
what about you, Grace?
I was not surprised by either result. I did win after Jay got eliminated.
Grace, I can you hear Grace?
You're a little muffled.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what I can do about that. But somebody did point out that with Jay gone, we have an all-white top 5.
Duh.
Yeah, welcome to American Idol.
I was going to say, but I don't know. So maybe Elton John's somewhere seething. I don't know, but
I mean, look, if I would have honestly, I do agree with you. I don't think Noah, I probably would have traded Noah for one of them, but I think since it's, it's ingrained in me and how Idol is, Country Boy always makes it, at least one of them, very far. I've said it before, never bet against them. So I just don't want him to win, guys.
He's not gonna.
I really see Facebook, a lot of Noah talk.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because last year Chase had the least views on all the platforms, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, but he was also a white guy with a guitar, as is Noah.
But the point is that Fritz is also a white guy with a guitar. And
True.
He's better than Noah, and so therefore he's gonna win.
I think it hypothetically comes down to the 2 of them.
I think it's Fritz. I think it's easily going to be Fritz. I think I am more confident in Fritz winning this season than Grace was last year about Chase winning last season.
Well, here, let me put it this way. My prediction is, if next week we go from 5 to 2,
we go from
5 to 3. I'm sorry, 5 to 3. If in that cut we lose Fritz, I think Noah 100% wins. If we lose Noah next week, I think Fritz 100% wins. You know what I mean?
Well, there's no way we're losing Fritz next week. So
yeah, I was going to say that's not happening.
I'm just saying, if one goes, the other's win is guaranteed, regardless of who it is. I think our winner of this season will be Noah or Fritz.
I think that's going to be Fritz. I'm just convinced at this point. I'm at the point where I am willing to call it that Fritz is going to win this season.
I feel like I'm arguing against my own team, but it's very weird. But
yeah, and you shouldn't be.
Yeah, but Gil in the chat says
Gil is really thinking Lee has a chance, and I really don't. As much as I wish she did.
Can we talk about Leah a little bit here, because I think that she is likely gonna be getting the boot this week, but I do think she can save herself. There is a universe where she does advance, but she has gotta there's got to be like an I Who Have Nothing performance, like a House of the Rising Sun, like something. She needs a moment, and I think she can. But if she doesn't, I think she's gone.
See, I think that we're probably going to lose. Most likely scenarios, we're going to lose 2 girls. It's just a matter of Nicolina's gone home.
We can't hear you, Grace. Are you?
That's weird.
What's your speaker? What's your microphone situation?
It's on.
Which one is on? Do you have headphones on?
No.
Wait, you're back. Now we can hear you.
Okay. See, my most likely scenarios, I think we are going to lose 2 girls next week. It's just a matter of, like, Nicolina's going home for sure, but
yes,
which of the 2 girls goes home? And I think it's probably going to come down to the originals.
I don't know. Gil in the chat says she needs a Maddie moment. That's the thing. I think Leah is capable of those moments. I think she is. She can have that moment, but she needs to have it again. She had it a few times in the past. She needs it this time. And I could also make an argument. I don't even think Nicolina is like DOA going into the week. I mean, they've hyped this girl all season. Yes, I've seen like very little, chatter online. But
if we lost HunterGirl and Noah this week, this would be the best season on ABC Idol. It's never happening.
No, one of that, like, I think
it's not happening. So
I think at that point you're kind of like setting yourself up for disappointment if you think something like that.
Oh, I don't. I think Nicolina is definitely a goner. But we'll see. Anyway, let's go through the contestants, shall we? Let's go through them and more like talk about our performances from last week.
All right, let me pull it up. So I guess we're gonna kind of stick to our usual format. We're gonna kind of talk about the remaining contestants.
Yep.
And we'll go in kind of order of their first performance. So first up,
because I do not want to discuss I Have Nothing. How many? I know I've said it before. The first rule of singing Whitney Houston songs is to not do it. The second rule is if you have to, don't sing that one.
Can we also just talk, like, I know you want to get into the contestants, but TikTok week kind of was not at all what I was expecting. Like, I was expecting some Wellerman, and I got nothing.
I was praying for some sub radio, and I knew it was never going to happen, but it would have.
This was not. It might have as well have just been a free pick. Because
I would agree. I mean,
this didn't original song. Like, it just made no sense.
A lot of people don't like the themes on this show because a lot of times they're really restrictive. But I feel like other than Disney Night, the themes have been wide open this year.
Even Disney Night's wide open genre-wise. There's no push. There's never been a theme this year that pushed someone out of their lane.
Yeah, and like I think they're again because like The Voice, they don't have themes, but they also don't pick their own songs. But rarely are they forced to do something that they're uncomfortable doing. And if they are, it's usually by Adam Levine, but he's not on the show anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or Imagine Dragons.
I should stress, Team Adam is not that Team Adam.
Anyway, Leah. Now let's actually talk about her. So
yeah, let's get it.
We have her up first doing is one of the first performances without a guitar. She's doing Electric Love. Electric Feel? No, that's not the word.
Electric Love.
Electric Love. And what was her second? Sanctuary. What did you guys think of these two?
Electric Love was her weakest performance of the competition so far, and Sanctuary was stellar. That's simple.
Grace?
I was so mad at the fact that they even did this theme. So the song seemed like it should have been a good fit, and she did the best she could with it, but I really wasn't.
I don't think she did the best she could with it.
Well, I don't know this song, so I have no frame of reference.
I mean, parts of the vocal were noticeably off, so she did not do the best she could with it. But Sanctuary more than made up for it, and I still really want her to win, even though it's not going to happen.
Yeah, Sanctuary. I thought the song was really boring, but that's not her fault. But like but the whole white jumpsuit and the guitar, it almost kind of felt like I was watching a coronation moment. I'm like, that's not going to happen, but that's kind of what it felt like to me. Mm-hmm. Wearing white and playing guitar, and I think winner, or at least finale.
I just don't know with Leah's trajectory. Like,
I don't think she can win by any means.
I would like her to. Like, I would love a Fritz and Leah final 2. It's funny, on like MJ's and Twitter, those are like the big 2 names, and that's it. Like, those are the, everywhere else it's like Noah and Fritz. But look, I think Electric Love was probably her weak. No, it was her weakest performance of the competition. But I also liked it more than the other one, just because I actually knew the song, so I was like, oh, I like this song. And I kind of like didn't really care that it wasn't perfect. Sanctuary, I don't know the songs. It was like kind of boring. I was like, she's saying it well. But I got to be honest. Electric Love got more replayability just because I like this song more. But yeah, going forward, gotta pick a moment song. This has got to be like, she's got to go for it. She's got to go like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Like, what songs would you suggest? What's
no idea, but I know she has it in her. I think she can do it.
I think if anyone is capable of it, she is who I would put the most money on. But it's gotta happen. It's gotta be like some Taylor Swift, maybe some All Too Well.
I'm thinking her original, if she's gonna have a moment, it might be with that, because she does have a lot of really awesome artistry. But we shall see.
We will.
Just not The Climb.
Don't go there. Anyway, who's next?
Let's talk about Fritz.
We're skipping Jay, so Fritz and his shameless promotion.
I gotta say, I was not watching this episode live. So Grace, who, by the way, we need to have a talk afterwards, because Grace was doing the play-by-play, and that was kind of like my only source of reference for the episode. And she said that Fritz was doing an original song, and I love his original All My Friends. And I'm like just texting the group, and Grace has just left me hanging. You were my one support. You had one job, Grace. I'm kidding. But yeah, I discovered this song because he was like kind of sharing it all over on Twitter and Instagram. All My Friends is so good. And in my opinion, it was the way better performance of the two. What did you guys think?
I'm in agreement. I love that song. I love the sound of it. Most importantly, I'll say good for him for doing 2 originals this week, because that was what sealed the deal that he's gonna win. I think is that he can not only can sing, he can play guitar, he can write his own songs too. I don't think the song fit the TikTok theme, but the TikTok theme was such a stupid and terrible idea to begin with, so I don't care. And good for the producers for filming rehearsals, so he got 2 normal performances from Fritz despite him getting COVID.
Yeah, thank God. What did you think, Grace?
Well, first off, showing rehearsals is what they do on Dancing with the Stars. They've done it for years. So they pulled that page right out of the book of Dancing with the Stars.
Good for them.
Hold up.
Good book.
I gotta call you on that, Grace. Because I remember the first season I ever watched, it was Bindi Irwin season. There was that whole episode with Tamar Braxton got sick, and they were going to rush her in from the hospital, and they said if she doesn't perform, she's going to be eliminated. But you're saying they could have just played a rehearsal tape?
That's what they've done in past years, or like if the pro gets injured and they can't pull somebody in.
Because I'm going to call shenanigans then.
Or they end up dropping out of the competition, which I'm kind of glad that I'm glad Noah didn't have to drop out as well. But no, All My Friends, like I said, for me, like I feel like it feels kind of unfair to judge a rehearsal because we know they're not 100% in it most of the time. There were parts where I thought the band was louder than him. But I'm happy he got a performance. The Ocean, so my friend who actually listened to his EP called that his least favorite song on the EP. And like I said, I liked All My Friends better, and good for him for promoting himself, because even if he doesn't win, it was probably a smart move.
Oh, it was a genius move to promote his EP. And the fact that they let, first of all, the fact that the producers let him put out an EP while he was on the show.
No, this was like a year ago.
No. It came out like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Normally they don't do that.
I know they changed the rules this year. Leah also put out something between her audition airing and the first live show. Both of them did.
I remember when Pia Toscano got eliminated, she was signed immediately. and the show was kind of like stopping her from releasing music because they didn't want to take away from the winner.
Yeah,
and like
times have changed. They can't afford for people to drop out like Kennedy does, so they have to change the rules so people can release their own music.
But I gotta say this. Fritz is my man. I love this song. This is not a TikTok song. Like I don't get it.
Who gives a crap, Adam?
But that's the theme. Like,
we don't need another Louis Walsh. Not
if
happening.
this is a TikTok song, then anything is a TikTok song.
Yes,
Old McDonald
everything
is a TikTok song.
That's the point. It was a terrible and stupid theme, so who cares what he picked?
I'm just going to point this out. This time last year we did Coldplay, and Eric thought that was a bad theme.
I love Coldplay.
There are lots of bad themes.
It's not a bad theme.
Yes, Coldplay is a terrible theme. They're all terrible themes. Themes in general are terrible. Yes.
All right. Well, let's move on. Who do we have?
Adam and I had a themes tangent on one of our Dancing with Stars
interesting
podcasts.
comment from Gil. I'm assuming Gil knows something that we don't. So before we show
know something you don't. See, there's another TikTok song.
Okay. I'll take your word for Gil.
HunterGirl, You Broke Me by Tate McRae. I saw Tate and I thought for a second was like, wait, there was a guy on X Factor named Tate.
Oh, don't bring up that.
And like my mother does, Lauren, what a throwback this was.
Okay, so first of all, I like the song You Broke Me First, kind of, sort of, but it was never just okay performance from Hunter. Like My Mother Does, on the other hand, is a terrible song, and it only looks good because the other song that finale night when Lauren sang it was "I Love You This Big."
This big.
I will never get over Paul F. Tompkins writing about "I Love You This Big" was my favorite Idol recap moment ever. He's like
a little kid.
That can't be the song title. I forbid it. And you kept saying, and you kept going on. Basically, like they even slipped. I don't know what Scotty's song's really called, but they slipped "I Love You This Big" into every single chorus. So maybe it is that because it's such a terrible fucking song. Oh my god.
I mentioned this on Twitter, but Like My Mother Does was actually originally released by Christy Lee Cook from season 7. And then it would have been Lauren Elena's coronation song, but girls didn't win American Idol back in her day. But hey, she's rocking it now.
Anyway.
And Tate McRae was actually, I was going to say, Tate McRae was actually on the kids season of So You Think You Can Dance. So we've got a double TV show contestant here.
Okay. I will say both of these performances to me just showed how much weaker HunterGirl's voice is compared to Carrie, Lauren, Gabby, and all the other prior Idol country singers.
Yeah, I think
Carrie's the GOAT, so leave her out of this.
What?
Carrie's the GOAT.
Gabby.
Leave her out of this.
I'm saying Hunter compares badly to them.
Yeah, like we've had better, like of the country girls that I like that really stand out. That you got like Lauren, you got
Carrie.
Carrie
Underwood.
No, that was too far back. Like in more modern times, you got Gabby was who I was trying to think of.
Mm-hmm.
Like she just
isn't as good.
She isn't. She reminds me of like Maddie, not the Maddie I like, but Maddie from like the season after Vandenberg, who was like
Madison Vandenberg.
Yeah, Maddie. Like
Madison had a much better voice.
No, but I mean, like they're just comparing them to other contestants in that lane. Lacey K was not a country singer. Lacey K was folk.
Lacey K was a country singer, and Lacey K was the one that reminds me the HunterGirl was closest to, which is, bad side. So.
Whatever. I don't know where I was going with that. All I'm going to say is I think HunterGirl isn't DOA, but I also really wouldn't want her to win.
She is.
I think she's got a good shot of being top 2.
I do too.
See.
I'm worried about it.
All right, here's next.
Well, I didn't talk about HunterGirl.
Oh, go on. I'm sorry.
I think singing a pop song was actually kind of a smart move because you typically don't win by singing a country song every week unless you're Scotty McCreery. I didn't love her voice on it, but like it's also a song that has like that much range, so she couldn't really showcase any ability.
Well, she doesn't have range, so
she has more range than that song.
Does she?
Not by much, but yes. And then, like my mother does, first off, American Idol, you're not responsible for Lauren Elena's success, so stop pretending you are.
Correct.
She sang it well, but I was kind of like, because my friend just finished rewatching season 12, and I was remembering, like, when Cree performed, like, there was never really a sense of urgency with her. Like, she just kind of was just like, yeah, whatever.
Cree had a much better voice.
She does, but I don't really think she ever wanted to win. Whereas, like, Candace wanted to win, Angie wanted to win. I don't think Cree really wanted it, and I'm kind of getting the same vibe from HunterGirl.
Janelle Arthur, that was another one.
Janelle had a better voice than HunterGirl. Oh my god, all of these people had better voices than HunterGirl. It's so sad.
And yet, none of them have the platinum ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Because it didn't exist.
It didn't exist, to be fair.
All right, let's talk about Noah. So, God bless him.
Live from his hotel room.
Live from his hotel room. And by the way, very nice hotel room looking. I know we only got like a little bit, but you could tell.
They're in a 5-star hotel in Los Angeles.
Yeah, doing it from his hotel. He's doing Painted Blue by Sunday Best and Landslide, which is a song I really love. But what did Grace? I'll throw this one to you. What'd you think?
The first song was putting me to sleep, but he did sing it really nicely. I kind of liked it was just him and a guitar, because if he were on the stage, he probably wouldn't have been able to do that. Landslide I liked too. He had good performances with boring songs, and I sang and I had COVID and I could barely sing anything. So kudos to him for that.
Eric?
I'll say that I honestly think him getting COVID might be the best thing that ever happened to him. Because I thought the performance of Painted Blue was the first time I could see him in the finale. And I hate to say that, because I think he's by far the weakest one left. He's better than Chase was last year, but that is such a low bar for me. And so I really hope he doesn't win, but I do think he could be in the finale. I just hope it's at HunterGirl's expense and not Leah's.
He looks a lot like Lee DeWise now. Like he just really looks similar now. And not to foreshadow, hopefully.
Oh fuck! Don't do that, Adam.
But the first performance, it's exactly like every other one that he did, in my opinion. It's the same thing. I did like the second one, though. I will say that was the first kind of moment where I was like, oh, maybe it's just because I like the song so much that it kind of like got me. But yeah, I like the second one. But yeah, I don't want him to win, but I think he's going to.
You suck, Adam.
What did I do? I'm giving
I don't lose drafts.
Can you imagine if this entire season has been a long con from Grace? Like playing dead, my team is awful, I'm done, I'm awful, it's not going to happen, and yet she still wins. Is she goes 5? Is this 4?
This will be 4 if I win, but I didn't think I was going to win Dancing with the Stars last season either, and I won with my last pick, so go fig.
I will watch the show again next year, but I'll just lose all investment in it.
Leah wins, though. This is
it's been 5 years since I've had someone I like win this show, and so I'm overdue. So
if Leah or Fritz win, though, this is.
No, I'm just envisioning if Noah does win, Eric's gonna like go do what Adam does.
We're both gonna be blanketing
Stars draft and just like pick the Carol Baskin types and just be like, yeah, whatever.
Literally, if Noah wins, I will just pick whoever's the country boy, and I don't care who they are or if they can sing or not. I don't care. It won't matter.
Worked for me.
It did work for you. I mean, hopefully it didn't work for you this year, but it worked for you last year. Anyway.
I will say, I think of the contestants still remaining in the competition, I think these were all our first and second picks.
Yeah, Noah was my first pick.
I got my first 2. I know Eric picked. Nicolina might have been.
No, I got my first 2. My first 2 are still in.
So, wow. Everything after the second round. We're really good at this, I got to say.
We were good at this.
We really not.
I will say, the only person who screwed up was Grace by picking, what was his name? I already forgot. Our country boy.
Dan.
Yeah, Dan. as a second pick.
Can you imagine if Nicolina and Leah go home next week?
Oh, fuck.
Our first picks are all the contestants remain. Like, that's really good for us. Like, that's what a coincidence.
Terrible for the show, but good for us, I guess.
Yeah, like, I would tell you guys to go on down to like a lottery store and run some numbers because.
Okay, let's talk about Nicolina and then we can wrap this up.
Nicolina doing "Alone by Heart." How is that a TikTok song? And "Life in a Hallway," which I thought was going to be "Life on the Highway." Life is a Highway. By Rascal Flatts, but no, it was the Pentatonics. Eric, talk to me about Nicolina.
"Alone" was okay, but
Till now.
But the problem is Carrie Underwood had her moment with this song. Allison in Your Head, I would argue, had her moment with this song. Mm-hmm. This wasn't even close. And Light in the Hallway was much better, but I do think out of our 5 remaining contestants, I think Nicolina has the weakest chance of surviving next week. So
here's the thing: I don't think she has the weakest shot of. I think she has the weakest shot of winning, but I don't think she's the weakest shot of making it to the finale. If that makes any sense. Like, I don't think she'll win, but I think she's got a shot at making it one more week.
I think she might, but she would be the one I'd be most surprised to see in the finale.
If she makes it through, though, who's gonna go?
Hopefully Noah.
All right, Grace, talk to me about Nicolina.
As soon as I found out she was singing Alone, I was just like, absolutely not. For the same reasons that Eric and even Ryan Seacrest mentioned. Carrie Underwood slayed this song, and I mean, she was already winning because she apparently won every week easily in votes, which I don't know if I believe that or not.
I believe it.
And then Allison Irahita also had a really strong performance with this. I've seen so many other performances of the song, both good and bad. This was just kind of
Yeah, pretty much.
But it wasn't bad. Light in the Hallway, I thought was a bad song choice for several reasons. Number one, it is so unknown. Number two, it's a pentatonic song. They're an a cappella group, and their music is not written for solo singers. And number three, it is so boring. I mean, they even said this was supposed to be like a lullaby. I'm like, I've seen Pentatonics live. I love them, but she sang it really well. But I mean, when you get the pimp spot with a boring song, what were the producers thinking when they picked this order? Like, you're not supposed to end the show with a performance that puts people to sleep.
You don't. You end it with results.
Don't be so literal, Eric, but if that becomes the episode title, I don't care. But like, the last performance is supposed to be one that people are going to talk about, people are going to remember. That was not it.
Do you guys, by the way,
producers are as bored with this show as I am, which is a distinct possibility, I guess.
Do you guys think that Christian kind of got screwed by performing last?
We've talked about this before with Dancing with the Stars, that like the pimp spot isn't really the pimp spot because of live voting. Maybe a little bit, but I don't think he was going to make it through this week anyway. But he's performing with Michael Bublé at the finale, so good for him.
Good for him.
Can I also, if you'll allow me, guys, to put on like my tinfoil hat for a minute this week. If going into next week, if Fritz is in like the last 3 called, I think he's going home. Me in the tinfoil hat. I think Fritz, if he is safe, will be one of the first 2 called. If not, I think he's going home because he was the last one called this week, and they're not going to make him sweat again unless he's actually going home.
No, they might.
They're going to make it seem suspenseful.
No, I think they're probably going to call Noah and Fritz safe first.
I think Fritz is the first one called safe if they're in no particular order. I mean, they say in no particular order all the time, but who the fuck knows?
I agree. It's just I'm like conspiracy-ish because
I remember on X Factor one year, 2014, they called Fleur first every single week.
Isn't it Flair?
Fleur.
And I was like, oh, they like her a lot. They want people to think she's safe.
Well, do you guys have any tinfoil hat predictions?
I don't know. I am very excited to see Carrie Underwood next week. I love her.
I'm excited for the original songs out on Friday. I'm excited to hear them.
Do you have any news about them? What's kind of?
Well, Fritz posted his pre-save link for his, and Leah hasn't yet, so I'm waiting for her to do that.
I'm looking online for polls of the top 5 to see what's going on. American Idol.
Well, MJ's polls put Leah and Fritz up the top for weeks now. So.
Oh, there's a poll on Gold Derby. Isn't that
Hey, David Archuleta can talk again! Yay!
You didn't see that?
I'm just looking now. See, I've been so busy with work and.
I'm not sure he can sing again yet, but he can talk, so that's good.
That's another step. There's some other contestant news, but I don't really know if I want to talk about it right now.
Are we gonna talk? Are we gonna set everyone's? Are we gonna set everyone's assistant devices off now? Are we gonna do that? Or we're gonna talk American Song Contest?
Yeah. So on Monday, last night, the American Song Contest crowned its first, and if ratings are any indication, last winner. Alexa with a capital X from Oklahoma. So I mean.
Sorry, everyone. Grace said the word.
But yeah, I mean, Oklahoma's had some success on these shows. They've got Carrie, they've got Darcy, and now they've got the American Song Contest winner. And if it does get canceled, Kelly Clarkson lost one of her jobs, but she has 500 more.
I will say I listened to the song.
Yeah,
it's catchy. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's a
you can't say live, but it's catchy.
She's a K-pop artist. The song is called Wonderland, and it is a good performance, but I still I think the American Song Contest was kind of a bad idea. I mean, it might have been a good idea,
just horribly executed.
Oh yeah, it was horribly executed. Eurovision, they only have 3 shows and they're all done in a week. If American Idol, they sang the same song every week and gave the exact same performance, we wouldn't watch it either. At least I wouldn't. But also Jordan Smith from The Voice was representing Kentucky. He came in 3rd. Riker Lynch, who's a Dancing with the Stars runner-up, appropriately came in 2nd. And also the real Eurovision started today. The current favorites heavily are the Ukraine. They actually just advanced to the final today.
Oh, of course.
They won the contest in 2016. They beat Dami, which they shouldn't have. Sorry. Dami's amazing.
Dami is the best.
I love her.
That was such a good song too.
Yeah, but I don't know. Another thing is Eurovision is so cheesy, and Americans are not into that. One of the winners of Eurovision is a drag queen with a beard.
Oh, I know.
Wait,
was that ever happened here?
Was it the one I really like?
Conchita?
No, Chinzilla.
No,
she was on AGT.
No.
But also. Behind Italy and behind Ukraine in the favor to win contest are our hosts, Italy. The UK is surprisingly pretty high because they're famous for being really bad in Eurovision. They've come in last place the last 2 years.
Because everyone hates them. Because no one votes for the British people.
Yeah, Sweden's up pretty high, which is typical. Who made it through today? So we had 17 couples.
Does Sheldon have any chance in hell?
Huh?
Does Sheldon have any chance in hell?
He's pretty low on the list right now, but he's on Thursday night's show. He didn't perform this week.
Okay.
Or he didn't perform today. But making it through from this week, we had Lithuania, Switzerland, Ukraine, the Netherlands, Moldova, Portugal, Iceland, Greece, Norway, and Armenia. Eliminated were Albania, Latvia, of course, Slovenia, Bulgaria, Croatia, Denmark, and Austria.
Okay.
Croatia was actually one of my favorites, so I'm a little upset about that. But the other semifinals on Thursday, the finals on Saturday. And hopefully we get a good winner because, the last 2 winners have had really good success. Duncan Lawrence Arcade got U.S. airplay, which is unheard of.
Maneskin have taken over the fucking country on the radio.
Yeah, Maneskin, but their biggest thing was a cover of Beggin'. And they are performing on the finale.
But that cover has been played. I don't know why my Google thinks I was talking to it, but I wasn't. This is the Smart Assistant episode. Sorry, everyone. Smart Assistants are being activated left and right with this episode.
All right. Well, let's. Anything else to say about the show, or? episode over the weekend in
You
general.
can find me on Twitter there.
Grace, where can we find you?
Reality2_Grace on Twitter, and rooting for somebody to win Eurovision because I don't really have a favorite this year.
Where can you find me? Getting fitted for a Darth Vader costume.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
You need to get fitted for a cape.
It's going to be a helmet. It's going to be like a whole thing. You're going to hear the breathing. I'm going to start the episode if I win with the camera off, and you'll just see hear the Darth Vader heavy breathing. It'll just be like.
Okay, as long as you don't play any of the music, because we don't want copyright strikes.
Not even for a second.
What?
Not even for a second.
No, because then we'll get a copyright strike.
It'll be worth it. How many strikes do we have?
I don't know. I'm not risking it. Okay.
I think if there is an occasion to do it.
I'll try to recreate the music so it's royalty figures. I'll figure something out.
All right, guys. Well, it was nice talking to you too, and I guess we'll be back next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.